My name is Tara Maguire and I'm the project coordinator for the Glasgow North East Food Bank. The board here decided to open the food bank after numerous reports of people going hungry, people approaching the minister of the church. And a board came together and drew up a constitution which basically will feed the people of Glasgow's North East with emergency food provision. I started in post in May 2014, so 22 months ago, and since then we fed 1,000 more people than we had in the first year of opening, and those numbers continue to grow. In the last year, 38% of people that we fed were children. From a coordinator's perspective and from speaking to other coordinators that do this job, it's not 9 to 5 and it's not Monday to Friday. It is very much whatever is required. You know, no 2 days are ever the same. It's a wonderful position to be in where you are really making a difference to people. It's a shame that it's needed, but I think as long as the food bank's needed, then the coordinator role will continue.
I used to be the project coordinator before that person took it over as a paid role, and it became a very demanding job. I was perfectly happy doing 10 to 15 hours a week, but more than 20 I just wasn't able to cope because I also have my disabled mum to look after, which is another commitment.
I don't remember ever having to go to a food bank when I was growing up, so to have it in this day and age is, it's a shocking state of affairs. But when we see this food and what we've helped to build up, and the fact that we can help people and people can rely on us not to go hungry for a few days as well, it makes all the difference. It makes all the hard work worthwhile. I'd rather it wasn't here.
Quite early on, after opening, we realised that we needed to address the reasons to why people were coming. Yes, they were hungry, and that was one part of it. But why? Why were they hungry? What was going on at home? What was going on with money that meant that they couldn't afford to feed themselves or their families? So we've introduced different outside organisations to come in, primarily to the main hub here at Calton Parkhead, because we open over 3 days, a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So once we have them in for the food, we can then address what the reason is. If it's debt, then we can point them in direction of citizen advice or financial inclusion. Any kind of money worries at all, we can link them in with welfare rights. We also have recognised that fuel poverty is a massive issue for people at the moment. Electricity bills are rising, the cost of living has gone up 25% in the past 5 years. Income, salaries and also benefits have not went up that much to match that. So GHeat are a local organisation that we linked in with. That's just over a year now. We've had our own dedicated worker who is brilliant. Our food bank operates on a voucher system, which means people have to be referred before they can come to us. So at the moment, this is what we're doing. We kind of physically print them off ourselves. So each one's uniquely coded and obviously read, so that we think that would be kind of more difficult for if people wanted to replicate them, which we've never experienced. We've never experienced anybody trying to, steal them and sell them off in bulk or anything like that. So each voucher holder is on our confidential database, and it marries up with the voucher number. It records all other details. So on this we would have all the different reasons for it. So that's what one looks like, and that's going to the Simon community, which is a local group along the Tollcross that help people who are homeless. Generally, when we speak to clients, if they come back for a second time or third time, a lot of our clients come back to volunteer. I think that kind of speaks volumes for us, that when they come in, they are treated with real kindness. When they come back in a voluntary capacity, that they can speak to the client, absolutely on their level, that they can say to them, I know how you feel, and they mean it. You can't train somebody, you can't teach somebody how that feels to have to come in and access the service.
I was homeless, I wasn't getting any social money, and I came to this food bank without a ticket, and I couldn't get any because I never had a ticket. But I got a ticket the next week, and it was Tara, the coordinator, who dealt with us, and from then on, they were brilliant. But what happened, the first time, I got a wee bit snappy with her, so I apologised the second time, and I said to her, listen, I'm sorry about that, is there anything I can do to compensate for it? And she went, I can do a bit of voluntary work if you want, which I been doing ever since November, and I always come, I love it. The staff are brilliant, all the other volunteers, I get on with them all. They're all great, they're all really good.
We have recently began on a new venture with Bannerman High. They are calling it their Global Citizenship Project, and it's going really well. It's kind of grown arms and legs. The kids are really behind it. The teachers have been just amazing.
I didn't realise how common it was for people to go to food banks. It's literally on your doorstep. It's weird because there's probably people in the school or whatever. I never realised how. I think that's what I learned from it, that there's actually people going to food banks that I could know.
And I think it put it into perspective because we were learning about it, so it then made it more real when you went out and seen actually that it wasn't just something that was we were learning about in class, and it was so close to home.
Mm-hmm. It really brought it to life, I would say.
They go for reasons and people just think it's for nothing.
Yeah.
And I realised how hard it could be for them. So I thought it was really good, and I'm happy that I could help volunteer and help the community.
See, when I saw all the food, I felt really moved and emotional. Quite I wasn't really expecting that amount to be there at all. I thought you were going to be kind of struggling, but seeing obviously people are helping, and I really want that to continue.
A lot of people who go to the food bank are a lot happier that they've got people to help them in the community.
But today we're going to go up to Ridgie for a visit. Ridgie's our new centre, and that is based in St Enoch's Hugginfield Church. That opened last May. It's been a bit quiet footfall wise, but the team up there are really good and really dedicated, really committed to what they're doing, and they're really engaging with supermarket collection days and things like that. So it'd be good to kind of get them talking about their feelings about what's going on in their local community. It's just good to get a different point of view, kind of keep me in the loop as well with what's happening.
Just seeing how they were treating folk that really needed help, that they were taking more money off them and more money off them, and these people were so desperate, and it was, you need to help, you just have to help these people in whatever way we can.
It seems to be the most vulnerable and poorest people in society that the government are making restrictions on.
One of the clients was in this morning and he said that he hasn't eaten for 4 days.
Wow, really?
Because the social worker was supposed to come out and see him yesterday and phoned and said that she couldn't make it. She'll see him, I think it's Friday, he said. So that would be 4 days, 6 days
without any food.
if he hadn't come in the day.
Generally our sortings take place on a Wednesday evening and a Saturday morning, and it's a different group of volunteers that work kind of within the food bank centres that come in. They give up their evenings, they give up their weekends, they come in kind of 3 hours at a time and really break their back.
I love the collections, that's where I get most involved. Tara will probably put something out on Twitter, and there'll be quite a lot of people come forward for the collections. Celtic collections are amazing, amazing.
So our links to Celtic Football Club are obviously we're in the shadow of the ground, and with the Celtic FC Foundation giving us the money in the first place in order to fund the role, we're really blessed to have such wonderful support. And there have been now 3 collections at Celtic Park. So since we opened our doors in September 2013, we have provided the men, women and children of Glasgow's North East with over 60,000 meals. We came to Celtic Park today, whose founding ethos was to feed the unemployed and to feed children, to show you what that equates to in meals. So that equates to 60,000 meals, which is 1 meal per seat, which fills this entire stadium. The collections have been brilliant here, absolutely outstanding. I mean, they broke records, the amount of food that's been collected in one place. It's amazing, and it's great to see communities coming together. I think that is a massive positive of what we do. I know fundamentally we are here to provide food, but when there is so much else we can do and we have been doing, then that has to continue on. The coordinator's role here, it is growing arms and legs, and it's vital, it's integral to this service in order to keep it going in the positive way that it's seen in the community now. I think the stigma around food banks has certainly changed in my time here, and I hope that that continues. And I think by us engaging with the community and engaging with as many different projects as we do, and getting into schools as well, right at kind of early age, we're showing them that, you know, not everybody is fortunate.
Man, open your eyes! Sponsored by Specsavers.
Tara, I can swear.
I don't know what, I'm trying to be good. Beep! 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 Yeah, beep! A little bit, maybe. Good game, pal.
No, it's like